everybody. Welcome to Talking Fitchburg on this Wednesday, January 19, 2022. Jeremy Crosby here, Andrew Bamlett. Again, at a place time. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of those, oh boy, like Spider-Man, and I know I'm really going to make some people upset by saying, wow, whatever, Marvel. So that's a Marvel universe, right? And there's this one where it opens up a space. You can open up a space and then walk through it, That's where Andrew is. He's in that space somewhere. Like, we can't find him. But that's okay. He'll come back someday. Right, Andrew? He can still talk to me, though. I mean, he's right here. He's always in my ear. He's whispering, oh boy. Let's talk about what's coming up on Talking Fitchburg. We got a great show for you. We're going to check in with our friends at Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection. We're going to talk about student loan debt between repayment scams and more. They'll have a couple of lessons, a couple of conferences coming up, info sessions where you can learn more about this. We'll break it down for you from our friends at DATCP, and then we check in with the city administrator. Chad Brecklin will be here, and he'll give us a lowdown on what's going on out here in the city of Fitchburg. So we got a lot to get to. But first, we're going to talk about that cold weather. Arctic blast, as you know, if you haven't already stepped outside today, it is here. And we want a few safety tips here as we go through the next couple of days, because this is going to take us through at least Saturday with the cold temperatures. So winter weather tips, bundle up. Yeah, you're like, yeah, Jeremy. Well, you gotta. If you have an emergency kit, put it together and put that in your car. We've already seen plenty of backups, and you saw that big backup delay in the East Coast where people trapped for 24 hours. You got to be ready. Have the emergency kit ready to go. Dress warm in layers when you head out. Never use a generator inside or near your home. Get that away from your home, as you don't want to get poison there and become sick. Also, just some other tips here for heading out and making sure that you are ready to go. We're in the extreme cold, so we're done with chilly. We're done with cold. We're talking extreme cold here. That's multi-layers, limiting your time outside. Exposed skin, you want to protect that. Wind chills are going to get way up in the double digits, so please be ready and check the weather forecast. Make sure you stay safe before you head out this next couple of days. And bundle up those little ones. Yeah, they need to be bundled up big time. All right, other news. A public meeting to discuss on-street parking regulations is coming up. The purpose of this meeting is to review current parking regulations, issues observed, and discuss proposed changes to improve compliance and increase responsiveness to public requests. You can stop in via in-person for this meeting on January 31st, or join us online. You can watch that on our Gov channel, F3, 6 to 7:30 p.m., Monday, January 31st. Going to be here on Fact TV. Armed robbery to tell you about happened on the 18th. Approximately 8:07 p.m., Fitchburg police were dispatched to an armed robbery that had just occurred at the Capital Petro gas station, 2770 South Sain Road. Officers determined that a male suspect entered the store armed with a handgun and pointed it at a cashier. The suspect was able to steal money and merchandise. The cashier was not harmed. The suspect then fled in a newer model white SUV at a high rate of speed. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to contact the Fitchburg Police Department, 608-270-4300. You can contact the Tipsters line. Tips can be remain anonymous by calling Medicine Crime Stoppers at 608-266-6014 or visiting p3tips.com. All right, interested in curbside pickup at the Fitchburg Public Library? They've reestablished this. Yeah, check this out. All you have to do is give them a call at 608-729-1761 to set up that curbside pickup appointment. Appointments are available for same-day pickups, Monday through Sunday. Just making it easy to get your books done, right? It's awesome. All right, got some job openings. You want to join the team of City of Fitchburg? You could be right next to Andrew Bamlett. If that doesn't entice you, I don't know what does. All right, let's take a look at the list. Well, we don't have any openings in Fact TV, but it's still a great team to be a part of. I'm just saying, Andrew. Administrative clerk is opening up a new position there. Associated planner, case manager, which has opened up as well. Environmental project engineer, fire science intern, GIS coordinator, a new position. Outreach librarian, paid on call firefighter, and public works maintenance worker. All these you can be found online, Fitchburg, wi.gov. Click on our careers page and fill out the application. All right. I can't think of anything better than joining the Team Fitchburg. And we need some t-shirts, Andrew. Make that happen. We're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, we'll be talking about student loan. We'll give you some information and some upcoming seminars to help you understand and stay protected so you don't get scammed in those loans. It's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantore here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready?
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection, it's our friend, Laura Sutherland. Laura, welcome back to the show and Happy New Year to you. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, Jeremy. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too.
Well, I am glad you're back. The team is back for another season here on Talking Fitchburg season, like we have seasons. This is season episode 26, in case you're wondering, season 13 episode. Yeah. No, we're glad to have you back and appreciate everything you folks have done in 2021 and coming out with some great stuff here in 2022. And we're starting the talk today talking about student loan debt, repayment scams, tools, and even some events coming up to help educate on this front. And my first question to you off air was like, are we having a lot of scamming going on when it comes to student loan debt? And you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. So student loans, unfortunately, has all of the ingredients of that entice those scammers. And that is a really complicated repayment scheme. The government is involved because you're paying the government back your loans, and there's a lot of money at stake. So when you have those three things, you have people that are going to come in with misinformation, fraudulent information, trying to part you with your money and your identity. And so really want people to understand that and get in front of it. And the reason why we're doing some workshops around it and we're talking about it now, Jeremy, is because the federal government has put in place a forbearance on federal student loans. And that's been in place throughout COVID to ease that economic strain of student loans. But that federal student loan forbearance is going to get lifted on May 1st, 2022. It's been extended a couple times. It got extended to January. They just recently extended it to May. But then in May, they're going to lift that forbearance. And what that means is people are going to have to start paying these loans back. For many people, they've never paid them, right? Because their loans came up for payment during COVID and they were in forbearance, so they didn't have to make these payments. So this is going to be a real shift for a lot of folks out there. The other thing is there's a lot of older people that have these loans. You know, one of the things that I think people think is true about student loans is that it's a young person's game. Well, for sure, a lot of young people go to college after high school or in their mid-20s, what have you. But there's also a lot of older people that go back as a second career, retraining because of the economic shifts. But also, you know, they're paying for their kids' loans and they still have their loans, right? So you're seeing a rise in north of 60-year-olds with student loans and real issues with student loans. So this issue affects a lot of people. And because of that, the Department of Financial Institutions, along with the Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection, is going to get out in front of it. And we're offering a couple workshops in January. We're offering one in the evening, Thursday, January 20th. From 6 to 7:30, and then another one during the day, Friday, January 21st, from 11:30 to 1. And all this information can be found on our website to learn about these and where you can register. And these workshops are going to be great. So first, the Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection is going to talk about consumer protection. Obviously, we're going to talk about scams and how to avoid them. And there are many scams around student loans. As I said, it has all the ingredients for a recipe for scamming. You'll often see unsolicited emails, texts, pop-ups about how someone can make your payments super easy, make them go away. They can take care of it for you, all the red flags of a scam. And in fact, it's not very easy. No one can make them go away. And no one is partnering with the federal government. So you'll see those kinds of scams. What we often see when it comes to student loan scams is that they ask you to pay them monthly, a monthly fee, and they'll take care of it for you. Also a problem. Now, there are some companies that do that. They're not outright scams. They're not illegitimate, but here's the deal about student loans. All the information about what payment plan you should be in is free. You can get it for free. You can get it from the federal government. You can get it from all kinds of legitimate nonprofits. So these for-profit entities that are calling you and asking you to pay them to help you figure this stuff out, you know, they're entitled to do that. You can pay for stuff that's free, but no, you can get this for free. And so that's important. And we'll talk about what these scams look like in more detail. The other great thing about this workshop is that the Department of Financial Institutions has partnered with a company called Savvy, and it's a repayment tool that helps you navigate these repayment schemes. So unfortunately, you know, as the government is wont to do, it's a little complicated what plan you're supposed to be in and which loans qualify, et cetera, et cetera. So Savvy has a great repayment tool that costs money generally, but the Department of Financial Institutions is has a grant and is in a contract with them. And is the first 5,000 people who sign up get this tool for free. And folks are saving money when they use this tool. There's the average amount is $156 a month they're saving with a lifetime savings of about $28,000. So it's a really great tool. And again, it was free if you're the first 5,000 people that sign up, and you'll learn about this tool from the Savvy experts at the workshops, what it does, how it works, and how you can sign up for it. And as I say, right now, because the government's contract, Wisconsin's contract, you can get this tool for free. So really important information. The other thing, you know, folks need to do is be wary of these scams. And if they unfortunately think they've fallen for a scam, they should let us know, because if they've fallen for it, you know, other folks have fallen for it too. So file a complaint with the department. We absolutely investigate these and try to resolve them and get people's money back when they get scammed.
Wow, is that a lot of information?
Yeah,
My goodness.
yeah.
But a lot of great information out there, and what a cool partnership to have. We're excited for these classes. Real quick then, can you just, when are those two classes coming up again, and how can we register for those?
So real quick, the classes are January 20th. 6 to 7:30, and January 21st at 11:30 to 1. You can sign up for them at our website. There's a registration at datcp.wi.gov. You can also register at DFI's website. And in the interim, if you have some questions, you can also call. Wisconsin has a student loan help hotline that is sponsored by the Wisconsin Coalition on Student Debt and offered by Ascendium. It's a free hotline. The number is 833-589-0750, 833-589-0750. Super great resource because you have loan experts on the other end of that line that can answer questions about your personal situation privately. You can spend as much time on the phone with them as you want to about how these things work. And so a lot of times that's what we need. You know, a lot of times we want to do these things on our app and by ourselves and on the computer, but some of this stuff is complicated and having a human that's going to talk to you is great. So I really encourage people to call that hotline. And then of course you can go to Federal Student Aid, which is the federal government's website. And there's a lot of information there as well.
All right. Well, thank you for the update. This is great. Very excited for this. We'll help promote that, and good luck with that. And we'll look forward to talking with you folks again this month. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Jeremy, for having me.
You betcha. Check out the DATCP's website for the information that was just shared with you today. And we'll check in with DATCP later this month. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready!
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today is your city administrator, Chad Brecklin. Chad, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Jeremy, how are you doing?
Fantastic, Chad, because it's a new year, new background, talking to you. I mean, I don't know, does it get any better, Chad?
For you, it would get better if you weren't talking to me, I'm sure.
Come on. Cut me a little break here.
But I do want to compliment you on the background. I like the logo, city logo in the background there. Nice, well done.
It's a work in progress. We've got some more surprises up our sleeves, and we'll get to those. Maybe even in your office too. We'll see.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can I describe the wall behind me as a work in progress also?
Well, is that a flower on your board back there, or?
It is an attempt at a flower that someone drew.
Well, I'm going to stop in and slap a Talking Fitchburg logo on there. just so everybody knows where the action's at.
I should probably take over that space so that this doesn't become a free for all.
Well, well, I've already discussed with you on things that you should have in your office and things that need to be in my office that are in your office, but that's a different story. We've got some things to talk about today, Chad, as far as updates. It is January, and we kind of focused on looking ahead into the new year. But as we kick things off here in the new year, I think the big one to start here is the investment plan, and that's related to the ARPA funds and the TID project. So if you could give us an update of where we're at, maybe it's a phase, is what phase we're in here and what this all means.
I like the word phase there, Jeremy. I think we're really in the initial phase of identifying an investment plan for our ARPA and TID funding money that we have available to us here in 2022. We are really at that high level picking of priorities, if you will, in more broad categories of, certain items, whether it be infrastructure or stormwater or investments in planning and sustainability, those sorts of things. Nothing really has firm dollar amounts on it. Nothing has been firmly committed to. That's a process that the mayor and the city council are going to be currently working through over the next couple of months. And in fact, I'd be happy to share some timelines information for you and your viewers in case folks have an interest in appearing and or reaching out to the mayor or an alder in regards to this.
Go for it. We'd love to hear it.
I didn't just want to run with things, Jeremy. This is your show.
Whoa. It is our show. Talking Fitchburg is everybody. I mean, come on.
Excellent. So Mayor Richardson will be releasing his initial investment plan with our ARPA and TID money. And by the way, our ARPA funding is from the federal government, the American Rescue Plan money. The city of Fitchburg will be receiving approximately $3.2 million from the federal government to be able to deploy in our community for a variety of uses. Misty is still reviewing the final rules that just came out recently on that. So there's some information that could be shared yet that will indicate how we're going to be able to spend that money. And then we actually have approximately $2 million in money from a planned closure of our tax increment district number 6, which is the McKee Road, Verona Road corridor, largely Orchard Point, the Target Hy-Vee development area. So roughly about $5 million that we can invest in a variety of different ways throughout our community. And Mayor Richardson will be releasing his proposed plan next week on January 24th. And there will be a couple of opportunities for the council to appear and talk about his investment plan. The first one being on February 8th, which is a Tuesday at the Common Council meeting at 7:30. There will be an opportunity there. And then there will also be another opportunity at the council meeting on Tuesday, March 22nd, also at 7:30 p.m. And of course, I would encourage anybody who has an interest in any of the components of that plan or other suggestions they would like to offer to reach out to their district alders or the mayor directly and share that information. But definitely a great opportunity for the city to make some investments that perhaps it's been holding off on to improve the services that we provide to our community, provide additional infrastructure improvements or refurbishments in some cases and those sorts of things. So definitely a great opportunity, and we're looking forward to the process and where we are able to invest this money moving forward to benefit the community.
Yeah, and we'll make sure we do share that here on Fact TV and, of course, through all of our media outlets here from the city of Fitchburg standpoint. So we'll look forward to doing that. Kind of staying in the same realm, talking a little bit about development happening in and around the city. Just because it's frigid temperatures right now, Chad, doesn't stop the work that's happening out there in development. Can you give us just a quick update what we'll be seeing here in the next couple of months?
Yeah, so we have quite a few projects that are, in some wrap-up stages and moving into, in construction and also planned. A couple of noted developments that are kind of getting kicked off here in the spring, more than likely, is the Quick Trip located at East Sherrill and South Cyene. They are still continuing to work through a few of the approval processes, but I believe they have begun some site work already in demolishing an old building there at that intersection. And that's a great opportunity to for that area. It'll serve as kind of that corner grocery store, as our economic development coordinator has mentioned, in the short term, until perhaps a grocer comes into that vicinity of the community in the future. There's also a project up on Ochala Drive off of Fish Hatchery Road, approximately 170 apartment units in a 10,000 square foot commercial space below that. There are a couple of projects wrapping up. Actually, I should talk about one that's also just beginning construction. Is Promega is building what they're labeling as their USONA Institute near their campus here at Fitchburg Center. That's going to be a research and development facility and treatment facility regarding depression, I believe. And they've also got a couple other projects up on Nobel Drive where they're expanding some buildings that they have there. So Promega has been a great partner for the city over the years and has certainly made quite the investment. And, we're hoping that they're able to continue to make those significant investments in the community.
Absolutely. It's an awesome business to have here in Fitchburg, and has done a lot for the community. But and if you haven't been inside in some of these things, they are incredible, no doubt. And Chad, I wish we had more time, but as you know, television, we gotta keep things moving. So we'll stop here. We'll look forward to catching up with you next month. And till then, stay safe, and thank you for what you're doing, sir.
Thank you for what you're doing. Appreciate the time.
You bet. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantore here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I'm Nick Lara from the Department of Aid, Trade, Consumer Protection, and Chad Brecklin, our city administrator, giving us the updates. We will pass on any and all updates right here on Talking Fitchburg. That's what we do. We get you the information. And now the question is, where do you find that information? Andrew, roll it. Da-dum. Come on, give me some music or something, Andrew. Jeez. Social media, cable TV, and live streaming. I pick on them every day. I don't know why, but have a good day.